Whose world is this? Me and my kicks. Me and my kicks. It's mine. Me and my kicks.
What is going on, YouTube? It's your favorite YouTuber, me and my kicks, and you guys already read the title. You already know what this is. This is my top 10 sneaker pickups of 2021 coming up. As with all this, you got to have a couple honorable mentions, man. So one of my honorable mentions is the Air Jordan 1 Hyper Royal Edition. And I know you guys are going to be like, but you don't like Air Jordan 1s, me and my kicks. I never said that. I just don't like the hype surrounding Air Jordan 1s. Like, man, I had to pull some strings to get this for retail, man. But anyways, this is a cold shoe. Love the color blocking on it. That white with the baby blue fade with the gray on there. It really slaps. When they made the turbo green ones, I was thinking to myself, I was like, man, if they made this shoe with that baby blue like fade colorway that they did on these, it would slap. And lo and behold, a couple years later, they made these. This shoe is definitely cracked. You know, I seen a lot of people put this as like their number 1, number 2, number 3 shoe of 2021, and I can't be mad at it. Like, you know, this shoe is definitely on point. It definitely slapped. And, you know, I can't necessarily put it too high on my list because I have others that I think that are better of it, but this is definitely a shoe that is worth an honorable mention. So coming in as my first honorable mention is the Air Jordan 1 Hyper Royals. Coming in as my last honorable mention is the Air Jordan 4 UNC Edition. Classic shoe, man. Like when this first came out, or when this first was rumored to come out, I had to have it. Obviously everyone's seen the UNC 4 like PEs, like we'll never be able to touch our hands on that. But you know, hey, I'm like the fact that Jordan Brand was able to give us a little bone and give us these shoes for the retail. I was able to hit for retail. Classic shoe. I just don't like this tongue part on it, like that little strap flat thing on the tongue is real weird. But anyways, overall, you know, it's just a great shoe, man. A great colorway, great color blocking. You know, you can't really go wrong with UNC colors. So, you know, this is definitely a great shoe, and I had to throw this on the list. So coming in as my last honorable mention is the Air Jordan 4 UNC Edition. Coming in at number 10 is the Air Jordan 5 Toro Bravo or Raging Bull Edition. Classic, clean shoe. I'm glad I was able to get this in the collection. I had the original Toro Bravo pack back in the day, and before I really got back into shoes again, I ended up selling those for a stupid low price, and I kind of regret it to this day. So luckily Jordan Brand was able to retro these, so I was able to get them again. And a shoe that people sleep on was those 3M5s that came out the pack. Jordan need to go ahead and retro those too, because like people slept on those, and I need to get them again so I can remake the pack. But you know, overall, clean shoe. You can't go wrong with this color blocking, this color scheme. A lot of people wanted this shoe in their collection, and luckily they was able to retro it, so we can go ahead and add them. So coming in at number 10 is the Air Jordan Retro 5 Toro Bravo or Raging Bullet. Coming in at number 9 is the Air Jordan 13 Red Flint Edition. I want to say the blue flints that came out last year, that was my number 1 pickup of 2020. So for these to come out, you know, the same shoe basically with a red colorway, you know, I had to go ahead and grab this and add it to my top 10. This is a classic color blocking. I wish in the future that they make more colors like this. If we can get a yellow flint, we can get a green flint, brown flint, whatever flint, man. If they keep making this color blocking with the 3M, I'm gonna buy it every time, man. But it's not that much to be spoken about these shoes. It's just basically the Flint 13s, but in a red colorway. And you know, I remember when the Flint 13s came out, and like, you know, overseas, the across the water joints, they worked hard and hurried real quick to make these into the red edition. And I guess I don't know if like that sparked Nike to make these, or if like Jordan had these on the horizon anyways. But like the fake man had these crazy last year, so I guess, you know, Jordan had to go ahead and beat them at their own game and make these shoes, and I appreciate you for that. So coming in at number 9 is the Jordan 13 Red Flint. Coming in at number 8, I'm cheating a little bit. I got a bunch of Reebok questions, and I want to say all 3 of these questions only came out overseas. They did not have a US release, so that makes it even more special. But you know, the first 2 that I'm adding to the list is the 96 red toes. Like, as you can see, it's like a red toe edition, but the upper is like a cream instead of it being white. It's like faded, and I really like that concept to the shoe. I had to grab it. And what's so funny is, like last year when they dropped the red toes again, I was thinking like, man, should I get these red toes? and I already got the paralyzed red toes, so I didn't want to be redundant. So I just kind of passed on them. But then when they dropped these, I was like, oh man, I already got the red toes. I should kind of pass on them. But then when I seen that they had that cream off-white upper, it definitely made me have to give it, man. So I definitely had to add these. And these are the Reebok Question International days or whatever. I guess, you know, paying homage to overseas basketball. I like this colorway. That gray, like suede toe is definitely a sleeper. And overall, it's just a clean colorway overall, man. So I had to add these two to the list. And I am not done. I got one more. So let me go ahead and bring that. These are the Reebok Question Draft Night or Lottery Night edition or whatever. Like, they make so many Reebok questions and give it so many crazy names. It's funny. But this one is definitely clean. Got that gray upper with the blue, like, you know, blue toe. And, you know, this pays homage to, you know, the lottery pick that Iverson was, or the lottery, you know, ball selection process. He was picked number 1. And, you know, the quality on the shoe is amazing. The color blocking is cold. And I'm definitely glad I was able to get this shoe for retail. All these shoes I was able to get for retail. And, you know, if you're a smaller footer, you can probably still get these. But if you're a size 11 and up, like I am, some of these shoes won't be really available to you no more. So if you really want these shoes, I suggest you grab them now, because later on you probably won't even be able to find your size. But coming in as number 8 is these 3 Reebok Question. Coming in at number 7 is the Travis Scott 6 British Khaki Edition. Clean shoe, can't beat it, man. Got the pockets on the side, all that extra jazz. The sole glows in the dark. Just, you know, I mean, you really can't beat this type of color shoe. This is a great fall shoe. Depending on how you rock it, you can rock this in the summer greatly. Just overall, man, like the Travis Scott shoes, when they be dropping them through Jordan, it's just, you know, pieces of art. Like, he be doing dunks as well. He be doing Air Force Ones. But personally, when he does the Jordans, like, he just kills it, man. And this is no different. Just overall, man, a great colorway. You know, glad I was able to hit on these for retail. And, you know, just to, honestly, like, if you would give me the choice, I'd probably get the olives over these. I like the olives over these, but these aren't bad as well. Like, you know, you just can't really go bad with a tan shoe. So I had to add it to the list. So coming in at number 7 is the Travis Scott 6 British Khaki. Coming in at number 6, I got to follow it up with another collaboration that Jordan did with a singer. These are the Billie Eilish Air Jordan 15s. Pretty plain, simple. You know, the color blocking is, you know, just regular. But I like this upper on it. Like, I like the fact that they switched out that wovenness and put like this, you know, like this panel blocking on here. And, you know, the shoe is just a, you know, it's just regular and plain, but I like it, man. Like, I'm a big fan of 15s. If you do it in the right colorway, I got a couple in the collection. And just overall, man, like, the way that they did these was crazy. And I'm glad I was able to hit this shoe for retail. And if you want this shoe, especially in like bigger shoe sizes, you better get this now, but you probably won't be able to in the future. But, you know, once again, there's not much to be said about this shoe. Just a plain, simple color blocking shoe. It's a 15. The way that they did this upper is different. Just overall, man, I like the execution on this shoe. So coming in at number 5 is the Air Jordan 15 Billie Eilish. Coming in at number 5, I'm cheating once again. It'll be the T-Mac 2 Resto Mod Edition, or the Retros. As a kid, I always wanted the T-Macs. I definitely wanted the T-Mac 1s growing up. I couldn't get those, couldn't afford those. I definitely wanted the T-Mac 2s growing up. Couldn't afford those, etc. And so when they retroed them and did a real like retro, because like they've retroed this a couple times, but they didn't really stay true to the model. But when they retroed these and kept the model true to how it was, I had to go ahead and get this, man. Like, you know, a lot of people don't really like rock with T-Macs no more. A lot of people sleep on T-Macs, but I never not slept on them. I always wanted these. And they recently retro the T-Mac 3s. I wasn't the biggest fan of T-Mac 3s. Like, they were okay, but it looks like those shoes I can be able to get for a steal. So be looking out in my steal list of 2022, because I'm definitely adding those T-Mac 3s to the collection and adding them to my steal list. But anyways, you might not be a T-Mac fan. You might not respect or like the shoes, but I definitely had to add these to the collection. This is just like childhood memories, being able to get on my feet. Currently, you can't beat it, man. So coming in at number 5 is these T-Mac Retro 2s, the home and the away edition. Coming in at number 4 is the Air Jordan 11 Cool Grays. I do not have that shoe in hand because I was getting it as a Christmas present, and you know, they got it via StockX or whatever, and you already know how long it takes for StockX to get a shoe in, review it, see if it's good, and send it back to you. So, you know, it's on the way to me. Eventually, I'll probably get it sometime in January, but I do have it in the collection. You already know. Couldn't miss out on that shoe. It's a classic shoe. You know, I got this hat actually, so I can match the shoe. Cause it got the white, it got the gray with the white NY. Then it got that baby blue, you know, UV for the icy outsole. So, you know, I had to be prepared for it. So coming in at number 4 is the Air Jordan 11 Cool Gray Edition. Glad that those retro classic colors. Coming in at number 3 is the Air Jordan 4 Lightning Edition. I remember when I seen these shoes come out, like, or not necessarily come out, but I want to say these like came out back in the day, but it was very limited, or it was like a sample. I forgot what the story was, but when these came out back in the day and I seen them, I was like, man, I wish Jordan Brand would retro these shoes so I can get them in my collection. And it took them a long time. It took them all the way until 2021, but they did it, man. They gave us these shoes for retail. Luckily, I was able to hit on the sneakers app, and it wasn't much fuss. I was able to get this in the collection. Jordan rarely drops a good looking yellow shoe. Like, it's not that many yellow shoes he drops. So when he gives you these, you got to go ahead and take it now. If he can just give us the Tokyo 5s for retail, I'll be a happy man, and I don't need another yellow shoe in my life. But coming in at number 3 is the Air Jordan 4 Lightning Edition. Coming in at number 2 is the LeBron 8 South Beach Edition, man. I'm so glad that these retro, and you know, that everybody that wanted this shoe was able to get this shoe. This is one of the best LeBron colorways of all time. When this came out, you know, back in the day, like, some people said it was easy to get, but it wasn't for me. I remember this was the first LeBron that I actually sought out to get, and I could not get it, man. Like, you know, resale price skyrocketed. So when they, you know, retroed it in 2021, you know, man, it took so long for me to get this, because like a lot of areas in which I usually get shoes from was playing games, and I ended up eventually having to go to eBay and pay a little bit of that tax to get these. But, you know, I was able to get these in the collection in my size. Classic colorway, one of the best LeBron colorways of all time. Man, you just can't beat it, man. Just that like teal / baby blue upper with the pink laces, man. This screams South Beach. A lot of shoes like South Beach colorway, it was inspired by these, and Integrated Veil. This is definitely a great shoe. So coming in at number 2 is the LeBron 8 South Beach. Last but not least, coming in at number 1, the number 1 pickup of mine for 2021 is the Reebok Answer 4 Playoff Edition, or the Orca Whales, man. 2001, when he was in the finals and he was on the playoffs and he was playing in these shoes, I always wanted these shoes. I was hoping that Reebok would release these shoes so I could get them. And I mean, literally 20 years to that date in 2021, they finally released this shoe. Even though it was only overseas, they released this shoe, and I was able to get my hands on a pair. A classic shoe, classic colorway. When it comes to Reeboks and Iversons, I like Reebok Questions, Answer 4s, Answer 5s, Answer 6s, a little bit of the Answer 1s. Answer 4s is like my favorite silhouette, and when they make it in classic, iconic colorways, I gotta have it, man. Just this shoe, you really can't do this shoe justice, man. It's a, you know, plain shoe, black with a little bit of white, and similar to the Air Jordan 12 playoffs, but I mean, this shoe is just so crazy, man. And I'm definitely glad that I was able to get this shoe in my collection for retail. If you want this shoe, if you ever, you know, want the shoe, you better get it now, because like, it not only did it only release overseas, so it's not that many pairs out there. When you get into the bigger sizes, you know, those fly. So if you wear a bigger size and you want these, go on eBay, get them ASAP, so before you miss out, man. So definitely had to get this number 1 sneaker. All right, guys, that is my top 10 sneaker pickups of 2021. What did you guys think? Comment down below. What's your top 2 or 3 pickups that you got of 2021, man? And we could chop it up in the comment section. Also, if you aren't subscribed to the channel, what are you doing, man? Hit that subscribe button. Takes nothing but a couple seconds, and you'll be notified when I drop future videos. And lastly, peace.